Let's shift our focus to Sri Lanka, which is hosting the 5th BIMSTEC meeting, in Colombo. Now, according to the Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry, the event this year is being held in hybrid mode. Foreign ministers of all 7 BIMSTEC nations are attending the 3-day summit, which was inaugurated today and will conclude on Wednesday. Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar also reached Colombo on Sunday to hold bilateral talks with Sri Lanka's top leadership. He will attend the 7-nation BIMSTEC summit. In the latest, the Indian External Affairs Minister met with the Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. As per Jaishankar's tweet, the two leaders oversaw the signing of an agreement to support Buddhist culture and heritage, and also virtually toured an ongoing camp in Jaffna on fitting Jaipur shoot. This is his first visit to the island nation since India extended an economic relief package to bail Sri Lanka out of the current economic crisis. Early in the day, Jaishankar met Sri Lanka's finance minister. Taken to Twitter, Indian External Affairs Minister said, and I quote, "Began the visit by meeting Sri Lanka's finance minister. We discussed the economic situation in Sri Lanka and India's supportive response, further asserting on how India will continue to be guided by neighborhood first policy." And while addressing the event on day 1 of the 3-day summit, Sri Lanka Foreign Minister spoke on a range of issues. He stressed on how Bay of Bengal has now occupied center stage in international politics and how Asia can shape the future of globalization. BIMSTEC stands for Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. India and Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Nepal and Bhutan are part of the grouping. The meeting is expected to focus on expanding economic engagement among its member countries. Meanwhile, according to the Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry, the Foreign Minister of Myanmar will also participate virtually during the summit. And on the last day of the 3-day summit, Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa will chair the BIMSTEC summit with leaders of all the 7 nations participating. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be attending the virtual summit of the BIMSTEC grouping on the 30th of March. Apart from this, the leaders are also expected to discuss the establishment of basic institutional structures and mechanisms of the grouping. And for more details on the Indian Foreign Minister's visit to Sri Lanka, our correspondent Dasunia Thauda sent us this report from Colombo.
The Indian Minister of Foreign Affairs, who arrived in the country last evening, engaged in discussions with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa as well as Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa today and reiterated of India's interest to help Sri Lanka during these trying times. That's not all. The Indian Minister of Foreign Affairs also inspected a Lanka IOC fuel station in Colombo to observe the ground-level situation of fuel distribution here in the country, where long queues have been much more than a common sight here in the country. That's not all. He will also be attending the ongoing BIMSTEC summit, which is currently being held here in Colombo, where President Gotabaya Rajapaksa will be in attendance on Wednesday. Reporting for WION World is One from Colombo, I'm Dasunia Thauda.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.